Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Borkino game video. Today's video is dedicated to some global exclusive banners that we're getting right now. Let's jump right into it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, enter the giveaway once we hit 5k. So really quick, I'm already in the maintenance notice section, if you're wondering right there. And we're pretty much going to talk about all of the things dropping. So let's go over here. This is this 5-step banner. This is absolutely, like, this banner is really good, especially if you're a physical Vanguard. This is by far, I wish I didn't spend so many medals on physical weapon because this hammer is pretty good. All right, let's jump right into it. So as far as like the dev notes goes, you know, the new Bonfire of Nothingness has been added, and the Colosseum ticket grimoire has also been added, and then a couple of sales things. All right, so let's go over the Bonfire banner. It's going to be the Villain's Book, the Gun of Bondage, and the Flag of a Ruined Country. This is the original banner. Completely ignore it. It has nothing to do with this banner. And these are the weapons that we are going to be getting. Now, as far as this Gun of Restriction goes, it has DC 1 on it. It has a T4, you know, wind ability. For the most part, it's okay. You know, let's put it at level 80, like all of these, to keep them realistic, because, you know, I don't think everyone's going to get it to 120. And it has 1670 magical attack, 17 cost. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent weapon. Like, you can't go wrong getting it, but it's not something like you must have. Now, as far as this tome goes, if your, you know, guild focuses on magical attack down, because there's a couple of guilds that run like only magical attack, you know, or on like a spear day or whatever, this book's pretty good. It only has Blade of Deployment 2, but the thing is, it has a fixed chance to increase physical attack of 1 Vanguard. So, you know, if you want to buff your physical attackers, you can. Overall, this weapon, like, I don't think it's terrible. I think it's okay. Like, this one, this bow is also okay. This hammer, on the other hand, it does have, you know, deal great physical damage to 1 and 2 enemies. It has DC 2 on it. This is a must pull for physical Vanguards, alright? This is a must pull banner for physical Vanguards because they added this hammer specifically. It's a pretty good banner. And then if you're a bow or a Sork user, I would say it's okay. Like, you can't go wrong either. If you need to max limit break a weapon, you know, for the most part, they're okay. Like, they're not bad. Or the second best banner that we've received, because it still can't compare to the Red Riding Hood hammer, because that hammer is really good in other gameplay modes outside of, like, you know, just Colosseum. This is like purely like a Colosseum weapon, and then the other weapon was good for other areas. Let's talk about the other set of weapons that's going to be dropping, and that's going to be the most exclusive thing, because they actually changed this Bonfire banner for global. This is exclusive to global, so all of these weapons, they are not in the SINoALICE database. I tried looking for them. So for example, let's go ahead and go over here. You can see like all of these weapons are like a random hodgepodge of things, but let's look for the hammer. So the hammer is all the way down here, and it's known as the Knighthood Club, and it has 23,888 physical attack. I go over here and I go to 2,388 physical attack. You can see it's not here. This is like based off of JP stuff. So the closest thing to it is this Bludgeon of Hersey. So yeah, that's pretty much like these weapons are exclusive to us. Now, as far as everything goes, I'll break them down one by one, and this sheet is not like the weapons themselves. This is just to break down like each of their abilities. So for example, the first weapon is the incantation of Disenchantment, and it's a tier 3, so it's only magical defense. So for only magical defense, plus it goes with fire, so, you know, UFO and Galu and all the support weapons go with fire. I think it's okay, but it has RP1 or Replenished Magic 1, RM1. It's okay. Like, it's not a bad weapon. It's not the greatest weapon. It's subpar at best. So as far as the Wind King's Gale goes, now this one's also subpar at best. Note that all of these are 18 cost, so like it's not good or bad. Well, technically this bow is kind of bad because it's not a T4 ability, and all this does is, you know, decrease defense, magical defense, but at the same time, you know, leave that to your tome users. Essentially, if it was like this weapon, the Gun of Restriction, it would be much better since it's T4, deals massive physical or magical damage. This one doesn't deal magic, like massive damage or whatever, so it's okay. Tear Jar, it's, you know, Orbs Go Burr. For the most part, I left that in there. Evil Hail of Defense, pretty much, you know, decreases magical defense, so if you want to do that, you can, but it's not the Hulu Head. Hulu Head is the best orb That's not a Hulua head. Now, Underworld's Elegy. This one's actually pretty good. Also, if you are a magical down, so Demonic Violin right here, you can see, increases magical attack of 2 allies. So if you're a magical, guild, this one's actually pretty good. Only, it only has Replenish Magic 1. You can't really go wrong here. As far as this Everlasting Prosperity though, this one's, okay. For the most part, Everlasting Prosperity. Well, I put protection here, but pretty much it's 1 to 2 allies, increases magical defense, right? So it's okay. It's okay. Like it's nothing special. It's like M attack debuff 1. So as far as a Great Sword of Honor goes, it's okay as well. A lot of these are okay just because of the fact that they don't do anything like significantly special. Like Gale of Assault increases your own physical attack, and yeah, so and it increases its physical attack twice, I guess. So that's what it has going. It does have 2400 magical or physical attack at max enhance, but not a lot of people are going to be getting max enhance, swords. And then as far as the last 2 weapons, now they're actually pretty decent. The hammer is good because we've never gotten Infernal Onslaught. By that I mean Infernal Onslaught is usually left at I believe usually it's left at 2. The Inferno ability is actually just straight up damage, physical damage. So the fact that this hammer in particular actually just goes for straight physical damage, you can see here it says Evil Blaze Onslaught deal great magical damage. So pretty much this thing's going to deal great physical damage, and that's actually kind of rare for a hammer. So yeah, for the most part, this is actually a really good weapon. It's also a tier 2, and its physical attack is somewhat decent. At 18 cost, it's okay. Usually it's around 2400 or I guess on the high end for a physical weapon for 18 cost. The upper peaks is around 28, but this is of course in JP, or the upper echelons is 26. It's not too bad overall. And then as far as this Staff of Piety goes, this Staff of Piety is actually going to be pretty good. Now, because if I go over here, this Staff of Piety is also similar to, it has Prayer Assault, and what Prayer Assault pretty much does is that increases the attack while also giving a heal. So it's okay, and plus it recovers magical attack. It's okay. Honestly, the best weapon in this whole entire Colosseum thing is the hammer, and probably the situational wise, the Underworld's Elegy. Now, of course, nothing really sticks out in this, Colosseum exclusive ticket grimoire. For the most part, they're all roughly okay weapons, but at the same time, it's a free technical SR weapon because all you have to do is participate in Colosseum, and eventually you'll have the chance to get this item. Now, let's talk about how this works because it's a little complicated the way they worded it. So if you go into the Colosseum ticket grimoire preview, you go right here, players can earn 1 gladiator medal for every 80 SP points recovered in Colosseum battle. So I'm not sure how many gladiator medals it's going to take to get a ticket, because it says right here how to get Colosseum grimoire tickets. Players can earn them by doing the medal exchange. So let's say it takes 10 gladiator medals, so you need to recover 800 SP, which I don't think is too difficult in one Colosseum fight. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit more, something like that. And I'm not sure if these ticket grimoires is going to have normal weapons, just R weapons and all that stuff, or just SR weapons. If it's exclusive to just SR weapons that can go to legendary, that would be really godly. But I feel like it's gonna be something where it's the daily pulls. But we'll see overall how this ticket Colosseum ticket grimoire looks. For the most part, the best weapon is definitely this hammer, just because we get Infernal Onslaught, and it also has physical attack debuff too. And I would say the rest of the weapons are really solid. Especially, actually, this instrument's pretty good for magical guilds. I mean, overall, you can't really go wrong because these are free weapons that you get and you don't have to spend diamonds on it. It's literally just effort. And I think this ticket grimoire for Colosseum is in an effort to boost Colosseum engagement. So this actually gives you more reasons to participate, because if you can recover SP in Colosseum, you'll have the chance to get exclusive global weapons. So it's pretty nice that they give this to us, and maybe they'll give this in JP. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the overall banners. Now, is this Colosseum ticket grimoire, is it a must? To me, yes. just because it's weapons that are pretty much going to be free, and they're going to be easy to MLB, I think, for the most part, because, you know, all it is seriously just effort to get these. So now you have a reason to participate in Colo. Outside of like flexing rank, you can get weapons that are easy to MLB eventually one day, and you know, they have really good stats. They're not going to be power crept easily because you can MLB them. Like, you've seen MLB weapons, it takes a really long time to take them off your grid. So I think this is possibly one of the best additions that Global could get, is this Colosseum ticket grimoire. And you know, this banner is actually really good. So overall, both of these banners are like insane for us as in Global. I'm sure some of you are like, it's okay, like this Colosseum ticket grimoire, but think about it. Like, how many of us are going to max limit break a weapon? It's not like, it's usually a thing exclusive to whales, but now as free to plays or people who just play Colosseum, you have a chance to get Colosseum grimoire tickets to MLB weapons, and these are going to stay on your grid. All of them will stay on your grid for a long time, because none of them are gonna, like, you can't just get a weapon that's going to be MLB that easily. Like, it's really difficult for the most part. And as far as like other things like the paid stuff goes, now for the most part, it's nothing too special. This library list, if you don't have it, this is the only must thing to get, I guess. Everything else is pretty much exclusive for, you know, the shooting gallery. By that I mean, you want the drop files so you can get, you know, more shooting gallery stuff, and you want the period tickets and royal skip tickets so you can do more shooting gallery. Like, these were timed so that they know that people are participating for the shooting gallery. If you don't know what the shooting gallery is, it's pretty much the best time to farm skill gems, because that's pretty much what I'm doing. You go into story, you go into events, and then you go here, and then you go into the shooting gallery. This is by far like one of the best events to get, you know, these boys right here. You know, Colosseum supports all the skill gems. I'll just show like my inventory for items, because I've been farming it like hell too. Go to view/sell, and then I go to miscellaneous. You can see here that, you know, I have a bunch of skill gems right here, just like 73, 87, you know, 4. So yeah, I highly recommend going ham on the shooting gallery event. It's pretty much the most important event in any time in SINoALICE, because it's a huge power spike, because, you know, skill gems are pretty much only exclusive to like effort in SINoALICE. So overall, that covers everything for tonight's maintenance. You know, we're gonna get a fantastic 5-step banner, we're going to get the global exclusive, you know, Colosseum stuff, and we're gonna get some decent paid packs and a rerun of library. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Once we hit 5K, we'll do the giveaway. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one.